Welcome back to English Flow, the place where you learn English not by memorizing, but by truly understanding it. If you've ever wondered how native speakers think in English so easily, and how you can train your brain to do the same, then this episode is for you. Because today, we're going to break one of the biggest barriers that English learners face, thinking in their native language first, and then translating into English. We'll talk about why this happens, how it slows you down, and most importantly, how to stop doing it and finally think in English naturally. I'll explain every key word, share practical examples, and give you a step-by-step plan you can start using today. So sit back, relax, and get ready, because this one will truly change the way you learn English. Part 1. Why we translate in our head. Let's start with a simple question. Why do we translate in our heads when we speak English? It's not because you're bad at English. It's because your brain is doing what it has always done, using your first language to understand the world. Imagine this. You've spent your whole life thinking in your native language. Hindi, Urdu, Spanish, Arabic, Japanese, whatever your first language is. So when you learn English, your brain says, okay, let's take what we know and connect it to this new language. That's translation, your brain's way of trying to help you. But here's the problem. When you translate, your thoughts move like this. Idea, then native language, then English. That extra step slows you down. It creates pauses, hesitation, and sometimes confusion. You know what you want to say, but your brain is busy searching for the right words. That's why many learners say, I understand English, but I can't speak quickly. You don't have a speaking problem. You have a thinking problem. And the good news? You can fix it. Part 2. What does thinking in English actually mean? Now, let's clear one big misunderstanding. Thinking in English doesn't mean using big grammar or difficult words in your mind. It means connecting directly with English words and ideas, without going through your first language. It's about creating a direct link between English and meaning. For example, when you see an apple, your brain shouldn't say, apple means seb in Hindi. It should just see the fruit and think, apple. You don't translate. You recognize. That's thinking in English. Let's take another example. When you feel hungry, instead of thinking in your language first, train your mind to say, I'm hungry. No translation, just understanding. It's the same way you think about your name. If I ask your name, you don't translate it. You just know it. That's how English fluency should feel. Natural, direct, automatic. Part 3. How to train your brain to think in English. Okay, so now you know what it means. But how do you actually do it? Here's a step-by-step training plan. Simple, practical, and powerful. Step 1. Start with simple. Daily thoughts. Begin small. Don't try to think in English for everything. Start with your daily life. When you wake up, think in English. It's morning. I'm still sleepy. I need coffee. When you're walking, the weather is nice today. When you're working, I'm checking my email. These small sentences are your first mental exercises. It's like going to the gym. At first, you lift small weights. Later, you become stronger. Your brain is the same. The more you think in English, the easier it becomes to stay in English. Step 2. Name what you see. Look around you right now. Your phone, your desk, your bag, your shoes. Try naming everything in English. This is my phone. There's my notebook. I see my coffee mug. If you don't know the English word, look it up immediately. Then say it aloud. This step builds a direct connection between objects and English words. That's how babies learn their first language, not from grammar books, but from connecting words with real things. Step 3. Talk to yourself in English. This might sound funny, but it works like magic. When you're alone, talk to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing. I'm washing the dishes. I'm waiting for my friend. I'm thinking about dinner. This is called self-talk, and it's one of the most effective tools for thinking in English. It might feel strange at first, but remember, nobody's listening. You're training your mind, and as you speak, your thoughts will start to appear in English naturally. Step 4. Surround yourself with English. You can't think in English if your brain only hears your native language all day. You must surround yourself with English through listening, reading, and speaking. Listen to English podcasts, watch short videos, read simple articles, or follow English-speaking YouTubers. But here's the secret. Don't just listen. Think along. When you hear something, repeat it mentally. When you listen to a sentence, imagine yourself saying it. That's active listening. Your brain is not just hearing, it's thinking. Step 5. Shadow native speakers. This is the same method we talked about in the shadowing episode, repeating after a native speaker immediately. It helps your tongue and brain work together. When you shadow, don't focus only on copying the sound. Feel the rhythm and thought of English. You'll notice that native speakers don't think word by word. They think in chunks or phrases. For example, instead of saying, "I don't know," they say it as one quick unit. "I don't know." That's the natural English flow. When you think in phrases, your mind stays in English mode. Step 6. Write English journals every night. Write 5 to 6 sentences about your day in English. Don't worry about grammar. Just express your thoughts. For example, today I was tired, but I finished my work. I met a friend for lunch. We talked about our plans. It was a nice day. Writing connects your thinking and language. When you write freely, you teach your brain that English is a tool for expressing ideas, not just a subject to study. Step 7. Learn in English, not through translation. When you learn new words, don't connect them to your native language. Connect them to images or examples in English. For example, instead of thinking apple equals Seb, think of the picture of an apple. Instead of tired equals takahua, imagine someone yawning or lying on a bed. This creates direct meaning links in your mind, the same way children learn. The more you do this, the less you'll need translation. Part 4. The Mindset Shift. Thinking in English isn't only about technique, it's also about mindset. You must accept that English is not something separate from you. It's part of you now. Stop saying, "English is difficult." Start saying, "English is just another way for me to express my ideas." This simple change of attitude removes fear, and once you stop fearing English, you start thinking freely in it. Part 5. The 3 Golden Rules of Thinking in English. Let's summarize everything with 3 golden rules. Rule 1. Simplicity is power. Don't try to think in complex sentences. Start with small, clear ideas. Fluency comes from clarity, not complexity. Rule 2. Practice every day. Even 5 minutes of English thinking every day is better than one long session once a week. Your brain learns through repetition. Rule 3. Don't translate, feel it. When you learn a word or phrase, feel what it means. For example, the phrase "I can't wait" means excitement, not literally waiting. The more you feel English, the faster you'll think in it. Part 6. Real-life example. Let's imagine a short example. You're walking outside and it starts to rain. A learner who still translates might think, "Barish ho rahi hai." How to say? Oh yes, it's raining. But a person who thinks in English simply feels the rain and says naturally, "It's raining." No translation, no pause, just English thinking. That's the difference between learning English and living English. Part 7. Motivation. The English Mindset. You already have everything you need to think in English. You just have to practice it daily, consciously, patiently, consistently. Remember, your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it in English, the stronger it gets. Don't be afraid of mistakes. They're proof that your brain is learning. Don't wait for the perfect time to start. The perfect time is now. Each time you think a thought in English, no matter how small, you're building fluency. You're training your brain to live in English. So from today, promise yourself, I will stop translating. I will start thinking in English. And believe me, if you keep doing this, one day you'll wake up and realize you're not learning English anymore. You're living it. Episode Summary. Let's quickly review what we learned today. Why we translate in our head. What thinking in English truly means. 7 practical steps to train your brain. The 3 golden rules for English fluency. And finally, the mindset that keeps you growing. Remember, English isn't something you memorize. It's something you experience. So think it, speak it, and live it. Every day. Thank you for listening to English Flow. Until next time, keep learning, keep believing, and keep thinking in English.